It was one of the worst rainy days, and I said I'll come down and say hello to you. And then when I come in, of course, the place was packed. I'm glad to be able to I had to go for a walk and come back to you because you were so busy, which must be a great feeling, because, you know, that initial euphoria, you've done a beautiful job on the premises, but just that simple thing of people you don't know coming through that door. Yeah. And it already seems to be happening. It seems to be that good feeling I got today.
People have been so supportive. You know, it's astonishing me. Like, the amount of people are coming in. They're so thrilled that we've opened, and they've watched the progress over the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Seen the transformation. You know.
Yeah.
It's, you know, and obviously, you know, people miss paraphernalia as well. And,
sure.
You know, they're asking about it, but. It's such a lovely place to be in, and
sure.
You know,
I think Susie's going to be still active, and people will find her in Fishers, and she'll be around. I think we'll find her out there.
She's been brilliant.
I think she herself, you know, felt that sort of point where a change would be kind of healthy and sweet, So all good, I think.
And it's, you know, for me, like a location like this, for a shop like this, is just perfect. You know,
yeah.
all the people passing, going up and down to the schools and church and seafront and everything like that. So,
there you go.
And it's obviously attracting in.
Yeah.
As they pass. How's it going?
I'm just thinking, we mentioned before we started rolling that I really believe that as much as the internet has taken over our world, in fact, I think in some ways it's sort of recreated or reawoken a need for tangible experiences. You know, like we mentioned, vinyl is one thing, but books, I think, if anything, they've sort of grown in stature with kids now, because they realise they're tapping into something.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I think, you know, children's books have developed an awful lot over the last few years, so the illustrations have become so vibrant, and, you know, people want to pick them up and look at them. But I think parents as well, you know, are worried about screens, and they want to have something to keep the kids away from screens for a while, or give them a little bit of a break.
Sure.
But, you know, the kids themselves as well, like, they're coming in, they're exclaiming, and it's not just for the toys and the gifts, it's the books as well. There was actually a kid came in here earlier, and the squeal out of him when he found the book that he wanted. It was one of Catherine Doyle's books.
Right.
Storm of the Children, and it was, you know, it was just beautiful. It was a really lovely moment.
Well, there is that treasure hunt. I think I grew up with records. Music was my thing, and finding the record was actually a big deal. Growing up in the 70s and 80s, it just wasn't accessible online, obviously, and you just had to go and hopefully, and that idea of you've got a copy of, and we can see that too in this, you know, previous generations, Harry Potter and things like David Williams. There's so many times you recognise kids completely fall in love with a writer or a world, and that's it. They're on it, you know, which is great.
No, and that's it, and they're looking for the next one in the series, and you know, and all that, or to find something else, and that's always the challenge when people would move on from Harry Potter to find the next big thing. But yeah, look, it really is. It's brilliant, and the other thing is that we can order anything, you know. So if we don't have something, we can, you know, we can order it and have it in a couple of days.
Now, just so you're aware, I'm going to be using a picture in this of you sitting on a beanbag, surrounded by books. I don't know what age you were, but it's plain,
10,
but it's plain that's your world. I mean, do you kind of recognise that the kid in you was you know, always in love with books? Was there a turning point? Or?
No, I was always a reader. It was always my thing. You know, some people were into sport, or, you know, and I was into music as well, but reading was my thing. And it wasn't something that I sort of went, I'm going to have a bookshop when I grow up, or anything like that. In fact, I worked in Bank of Ireland for 10 years.
Okay,
you know?
all right.
But then I ended up becoming a bookseller. I was at home with my kids, and I took up selling Osborne books as a part-time thing, and it actually grew into quite a big business.
Right.
And I think I was saying to you that it was when I was doing that I realised that there really was potential for something like this in this town. You know, because the support I got with my Osborne books was great. Thanks a million.
Right.
And
But it's a big leap from what is, I won't say it was a hobby, but you had a great kind of, you know, your own boss. You'd go to Fates, you'd go to Kilruddery and all that with the books, and you could kind of, people get in touch with you, to the physical thing of having, you know, the good old-fashioned corner shop.
But that was always the thing, because I was used to be carting the books from place to place. It would be great to have one actual physical location, you know, and that was really the draw. And I thought I could do something sort of special. So then I went to work in Eason's for a couple of years and got a good bit of experience there. And I think got to a point where I went, okay, I'm actually ready to do this.
So was it I don't know whether it was a long, you know, sort of journey into, you know, making that leap where you said, okay, I'm going to go to Susie, I'm going to make her an offer she probably can't refuse, I'm going to go for this? Was that
well, actually it was just really through, you know, conversations that it developed into a possibility, you know, just being in the right place at the right time,
right.
thing, yeah. And so actually it developed on from there, but that all happened quite quickly.
So was there a day or a moment or a phone call that you realised, it's actually happening?
God, I'll never forget it. I was up in Lawrence's picking up my son, and I was chatting to one of the mums, and the next thing, this text came in from Susie, and I think I got so distracted that I ended up leaving his school bag in the school and had to go back 2 hours later.
Because you knew instinctively this was a step and a half.
I think when I heard that it was a potential, like of all the places in Greystones, you know, and you know it's very difficult to find a commercial property in Greystones. You know, I was trying to think, could I do it here? Could I do it there? And you know, talking to various different people. But when this came up as a possibility,
right,
I thought, oh my God, this I could picture it. You know.
Well, it's a curiosity shop position. Like it has that sort of sweetness where it's not entirely kind of in your face, and it's almost like it's slightly hidden. And yet at the same time, as you're walking by, oh, there it is, and it's like a light in the night.
I think it's not far from the main street. It's visible, you know, and like, there's so many people coming up from the cliff walk and making their way to the main street, and I think anybody too stupid to not find it isn't really somebody you want in there, because they're not. You wouldn't have any of those books, you know. I don't think. So that feeling then of not just being books, but you've also got, you know, there's soft toys, there's games, there's puzzles, there's some amazing stuff in there, and obviously too, teenagers are a big part of that. Yeah, no, I've a good section of young teen and young adult books, and then I've supported that with nice journals and notebooks and little book lamps and things like that, you know. A couple of different quirky things, and some really beautiful board games, handcrafted board games. Are absolutely gorgeous. I think they came from Hungary.
Wow.
There's a lovely supplier called Jiminy, and she sells a lot of eco-friendly toys, so I've got an awful lot of stuff from her.
Oh, lovely.
So I can hurt those things are just beautiful, and all the, like, to be honest, the toys and gifts, like the puppets, everything that, they're just
so much
really,
going on in there.
Really good, yeah.
Well, I've taken some photographs because I was sort of overwhelmed by the colours and by, you know, just that sort of inviting. So, and as often the case with children's books and all that, they are just little kind of magical. You know, the cover even itself can suggest a whole world, and
that's it. I mean, there are, like, even looking at the illustration in some of the books here, like they are works of art, and they're just.
Well, we're going to be looking at this one. This is one of your favourites, isn't it? This is from your Osborne days.
This is one of my Osborne books.
You're saying to it has which I think is amazing, a little poster, a fold-out poster of all the stars.
It's got 1 million stars. There's actually 1 million.
Wow, you counted them. I remember that. It took you a week, but you did it.
But it's beautiful. It's actually a really uplifting story.
Wow, nice.
And it's something I thought when I was putting in my order. I'm probably going to be selling more Osborne books than any other bookshop in the country.
Well, you're very in tune with their work and what they do, and
they're so good. They're such a beautiful publisher.
We should wrap up. You're open. Is it 6 days a week, or I don't know what the plan is for now? 10 till 5:30.
10 to 5:30 Tuesday to Saturday, and then 12 to 5 on a Sunday.
Oh, lovely. Okay, we'll put that in there. And now, have you come down from the dizzying kind of sense of it all, or does it still feel like you're?
Myself. You know, like a couple of days ago, there were still builders here.
Passed it a few times, and it was getting quick, but it was still, you knew it was.
It was a few hairy moments, but and actually, and that's one thing I should say. You know, there was a time where I thought, oh my God, I don't think we're going to make it, and people from around the town were just pulled out all the stops, and I don't really want to miss anybody before I start thanking people, but I have to say Ben Kerrigan from Kerwood Design was just my saviour.
And God bless the designs are beautiful. You even got, you know, the ceiling is blue sky with clouds.
That's Mary Kate Hardy.
The great Mary Kate fenestrations and all that.
Absolutely gorgeous.
But that attention to detail is really what makes, you know, books themselves great. Is that these aren't necessary. They're just little magical extras that kind of catch your eye and make you realise this isn't just another, you know, room. This isn't another bookshop. This is special.
I know. Look, it's come together so beautifully, and you know, it's just. I can't really believe it.
Well, we'll come back in like 6 months and see after the Christmas rush and all that just how much of a jittery happiness you have then, because I'd say it'll be a gorgeous time, because that is the very first time you'd have that sort of experience in Christmas in a shop when it's magical stuff, like whether it's music or books. Because you just know every single person coming in the room is going to be bringing home a little magic to somebody for Christmas Day, so that's kind of sweet.
No, absolutely. And I think, I've the launch next week, so a few people coming along to that.
Right,
so that should be
the great Jerry Daly will be there.
Jerry Daly's coming and Alan Nolan's coming. And maybe
fantastic.
Some more as well. So that's going to be great, and hopefully there'll be a bit of a buzz around the place. We're still working on it, but it'll all come together.
So just as we wrap up, do you use your phone at all? You have a smartphone? So you've got a balance. You know what that world isn't that evil, but you know that the book is superior.
You need them all. I'm still as glued to my phone as anybody else. Bring my book up to bed. And,
boom. That's it.